talk about the annual pass and the elephant in the room. Why did we get an annual pass when we don't live in California? We live in Utah. So does it benefit us, and what was the reason for us actually getting the annual pass? So one of the reasons that we decided to buy the Magic Key, even though we don't live in Los Angeles or California, was simply because we didn't really think that we would be able to. It was kind of like a bucket list item to me, something that I kind of just wanted to be able to do eventually. And it came up, and it was something that at the time we had the money for it, and it was something that we could do. And so
And I think we were already planning a trip.
Yeah.
So we factor that into the cost. And then,
yeah, of the Magic Key.
Yeah.
You factor that into the cost of the Magic Key, and obviously the benefits of the Magic Key brings you, and we decided to just jump on it and do it. One of the perks to me about being a Magic Key holder, that we can come, when we do come and use our Magic Key, we can take everything very slow. So obviously Disneyland, there's a lot to do, there's a lot to see, a lot to eat, a lot to check out. But if you're a Magic Key holder, you can come and slow down and take your time and do all those kind of things. And I really like that. Like, we do a lot more of this, sitting and watching and checking out shops and checking out shows and entertainment, than we would when we come with people who've never been here before, because everybody wants to come and experience everything. So you're running around all day, and it can be very exhausting. Crowds and lines and stuff like that, but also you add in the fact that you're running around the park all day trying to get everything into a single day. It becomes a lot. So being a Magic Key holder allows us to slow down, and that's what I've really liked about being a Magic Key holder.
But also, that's why we really harp on coming at Rope Drop, because even at Rope Drop we got food, and we've ridden, what did we ride, 3 rides? I mean, and we could have possibly got more done, but we just are, like she said, slower pace. But if you come at Rope Drop, you can get a lot done in a little time and have the time to maybe go back and relax and come back to do the nighttime activities as well.
Another perk of having a Magic Key and using it is that during special events, Oogie Boogie Nights, they allowed Magic Key to purchase tickets before it opened to the public. So that was another bonus of having a Magic Key.
A perk of being a Magic Key holder is getting discount on a lot of the food, because we eat a lot of it, and also any of the gift shops, we get a discount there. We don't buy a whole lot there, but when we do, it's nice.
So another bonus of being a Magic Key holder is that the Magic Key includes park hopper. So that is also something to take into consideration when you're purchasing a Magic Key, is that although the price could be a lot, it does include a park hopper. So at 11 o'clock you can go from Disneyland to DCA, or DCA to Disneyland, whichever park you're in. But I mean, obviously right now it is time restricted, so at 11 o'clock you can go. But that is a huge bonus, because when you're here all the time, sometimes there's certain things that you want in both parks every day, so you get that park hopper. A benefit of being a Magic Key holder is the fact that you can come for a half day and you don't feel like you're wasting a ticket by coming a half day. So whether we fly in early, get here and land around noon, and then we decide to come to the park for a few hours at night after we land, to me it's not wasting a park ticket, because if I had to buy a 3-day pass or a 4-day pass, I wouldn't use it on a half a day. So having an annual pass allows you to do that as well. And like tomorrow we're leaving, but our plane doesn't leave until 5. So we're gonna check out of our hotel. We're gonna come here for just a few hours and just hang out here, and then go from here to the airport. And I wouldn't use just a full day ticket on that. It just would be a waste of money to me. So having the annual pass also allows you to do that. Like I said, with taking it slower and being able to enjoy things and sit down, but also doing a half a day and not feeling like you're wasting. So that is definitely a benefit of being an annual pass holder. With Magic Key, you do get like certain areas that you can actually eat in that are only for Magic Key. So here in California Adventure, they have the Magic Key Terrace that you're able to reserve as a Magic Key holder and go have food there. It just is probably less busy. We have not tried it simply because the menu doesn't look as appealing as other places to eat and what we want to try. So we have never tried it, but it is an option if you are a Magic Key holder. So that is something to take in consideration as well, is that you have places that you can eat, or they also designate places that you can go sit as a Magic Key holder that is not as crowded as just like the normal sitting areas around the park. It's for Magic Key only, and you do have to show that Magic Key when you go there. And it's been an awesome experience having the Magic Key and using the Magic Key. We've utilized it a lot.
We did, and it makes it so you're able to go with people when they're like, oh, we're going to Disney, and then you could be like, oh, we're coming. Or the kids' tickets went on sale for really cheap, so we were able to bring our nephews without having the additional cost of the adult tickets because we already had the pass.
Right. So it just like that. We like to be spontaneous travelers. That's kind of our thing. But you know, to come to Disneyland to be like, hey, like my cousins were like, hey, we're gonna go for Halloween. We're like, oh yeah, we'll go for sure. Let's get that. And all we had to purchase was the Oogie Boogie tickets, and everything else. I mean, obviously the hotel and the flights that we always have to do when we come because we don't live here. But it was worth it in the cost for us. Having an annual pass when you don't live in California. Obviously, we can't get here all the time. We can't just get off work and say, hey, let's go to Disneyland right after work and come and enjoy the nightlife or enjoy food or entertainment here, because we have to make the plans. We have to, you know, book a flight, get a hotel, get all those arranged before we can make a trip out here. So that is definitely a con to having the annual pass when we don't live here.
That you get exclusive merch. However, the con to that is I don't ever find the merch to be something I want to buy. The cutest thing I've seen so far is the Doug popcorn bucket. We won't be getting that because we got the Coco one. But yeah, most things I don't want to buy that are exclusive to pass holders.
If you buy Magic Keys together, so like me and her both ordered Magic Keys on the same bill, I am the Magic Key actual holder. She can use her passes to come into Disney anytime, do all that stuff, but to get the discount or to reserve special tickets, I have to be the one to do it. It has to be under my name. So that is one thing that we did learn. It is a bonus that you can get the access to those things, and the reason why we didn't get Oogie Boogie is because she tried for it and didn't get it, and I should have done it under my account because I am the pass holder, which is dumb. I think that needs to change, but that's something to realize if you are becoming a pass holder.
I can scan mine when I'm like buying the merchandise, but I can't like do mobile merchandise, or I can't order the food and get the discount. We have to order on her phone.
Yeah, so one thing to pay attention to, so if you're buying it husband and wife or together as a family or whatever, the person that purchased it and is the first one on it has to do those ordering online in order to get those discounts. So just something to be aware of it, but it is cool that you get those perks as a Magic Key holder.
Another con to having a Magic Key is that sometimes days are blocked out. It hasn't really affected us. We like coming during the week, and we don't really come during busy times like holidays, but depending on which level of Magic Key you have, that could affect when you go.
But when you have a Magic Key and you don't live in California, sometimes it feels like you try to push to come a little bit more.
You especially,
and
yeah.
You know, we like to travel other places. We love Hawaii, we love all these other places, we want to explore other places, but because we have the Magic Key, we kind of lean more towards California because it seems to be a little bit easier. We're saving costs on the park tickets, and when you find a good flight deal or a good hotel deal, you just jump on it instead of looking outside of Disneyland or California. The reason that we are not going to renew our Magic Key is because, to me, we did it. We hit our bucket list item. It's something that we did. It was something that we got done, and we enjoyed it fully. But we did it, we can mark it off. It's not to say that we won't get the magic key again and do it again, but it's something that we were able to mark off. It was something that we were able to do and enjoy and take advantage of at the time. But as of right now, we're gonna put a pause on it, we're gonna put a hold on it, and just explore and travel other places. The boys love Disneyland and they would come at any time, but they're also to the point that when we're like, hey, we're going to Disneyland, they're like, oh, again, weren't we just there when we bring them? So we want to give them some more experiences and do other things with them, and they seem very excited to go do other things as well. So that is the reason why we decided not to renew our magic key. So would I recommend getting a magic key if you are not a California resident or don't live near Disneyland? So the answer to this is, it depends. I know that's not really an answer, but if you're coming to Disney, if you're planning a trip or two and you know that's gonna happen, sometimes a magic key could be beneficial. Like I said, you get the park hopper, you can come multiple days, you can spend half days and not feel like you're wasting tickets. So it just depends on if you're coming. Now, if you're only coming for a 2-day trip and you're gonna buy a 2-day park hopper or whatever like that, then probably not. Then it's probably not worth it. But you just gotta see what's right for you. For us, it worked out. We were able to take a trip when we first got our magic keys for Shay's birthday. So we did our first trip in May. And then we were able to come for Oogie Boogie for Halloween with my cousins. We were able to come and spend Christmas and do Christmas here. We were able to do a quick trip with my nephews because they got some tickets for Christmas because they had the $50 tickets. We were able to choose and come to the events that Disney was putting on. We could have came to Food and Wine. We decided to come to Pixar Fest. And you have those options when you have a magic key. And so it just depends on what you want to do.
Weigh out your pros and cons and make the best decision based on you. Also, look at what the different the different tiers of the key have to see what benefits you there as well. Like I said before, if you need to come on weekends, we have the lowest magic key, so it's probably not going to work out in your favor because a lot of weekends are blocked off.
This is also a good thing to note is that when you buy a magic key, it actually doesn't start until your first park visit. So we actually bought our magic key in April of last year, but we didn't take our first trip until May 20th, which was Shay's birthday, right? We went for Shay's birthday for that time. So our magic key doesn't expire until May 20th. So if we wanted to take one more trip before then, we could. I just don't think it's gonna be what we're gonna do because we have some other things planned, but I recommend a magic key. I loved having it. I think it was worth the money for us. But it's something that we've done. It might maybe something we do later on, but I don't feel pressure to keep having it. So I'm okay letting it go.
I would recommend the magic key if you like to do all the new events and try all the new foods that are constantly coming out at Disney. If you're not a Disney person, obviously don't get the magic key, but 2 or 3 trips makes the magic key worth it, especially on the lower end. So if you're making those trips already in a year, definitely worth it.